So some of the meetings, engagements, events that have taken place since our last update on May 15th, I was in Toronto for a number of meetings. One was with the different Indigenous agencies in Toronto, including the Native Canadian Centre, and we're coming together about possible opportunities to include Indigenous content at Ontario Place. So we brainstormed, and we're going to be seeking a meeting with the Minister of Tourism. I also attended a leadership roundtable on child and youth strategy the same day, and then accompanied Grand River Post-Secondary and IBM to a meeting with Premier Kathleen Wynne concerning their new STEAM program which is going to be offered at the Six Nations Polytech Brantford campus. And STEAM stands for science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. On May 16th to 26th, we had our successful Community Awareness Weeks. It's now become weeks. On the 17th, I was a speaker at the First Baptist Church in Brantford. And on May 19th, we had some interns from the Ontario Legislature who visited Six Nations. On May 20th, I attended and spoke and brought remarks at the Hagersville Secondary School reunion. And on the 21st of May, we had an art show here in downtown Ohsweken over at Bet's Dockstader's store, Cornhusk store, with a group of six young artists who worked with Elizabeth. They have done a lot of artwork, and they were selling their paintings and also cards. We had another successful bread and cheese day on the 22nd, and on the 23rd, a number of agencies and individuals in our community participated in the big bike ride for heart and stroke. On the 24th of May, I was the keynote speaker for a conference that was put on by students at BCI called Equity in Politics. And then I rushed off to Toronto to do a presentation to the Standing Committee related to the Ontario Fair Hydro Plan. This was in advance of going through the legislature and getting royal assent. That evening, back in the community, I attended a leadership roundtable of the Six Nations Youth Council. And on the 25th, we had representatives of McMaster University here in our community taking part in a roundtable on an Indigenous health research project. On the 26th, I attended the release of the final report that was done called Creating Age-Friendly Communities. And this was a project that was undertaken over the last year, including seniors and elders from Brantford, Six Nations, and Brant County. So their report has come up with a number of recommendations that we can refer to make our community more age-friendly. And Council had closed off Community Awareness Week on May 26th with our barbecue and the drawing of prizes. And the First Nations Art Show opened at Woodland Cultural Centre on May 27th. I had the opportunity to view it just the other day, and it's tremendous. I encourage everybody to go and take a look. And some of us also attended Mayor of Haldeman's Gala in Cayuga on May 27th. On the 29th of May, I attended the Cabinet Committee on Poverty Reduction. And later that evening, I attended the OFSA Lacrosse Banquet, which was being hosted in Brantford by Pauline Johnson Collegiate. And on the 31st of May, Tim Hortons here in downtown Ohsweken had a kickoff for Tim Hortons Camp. And on June 2nd and 3rd, Michelle Farmer's Dance Studio held their 42nd show at BCI. And on June 4th, we had the Tom Longboat annual run. This past week, on June 5th, myself and some others, including the police chief, had a chance to meet with the Regional Justice of the Peace, Brett Kelly. And on the 6th, we took part and attended the Walking with Our Sisters fundraising dinner, which was very well attended. It was held at the community hall, and they are raising funds for the exhibit of Walking with Our Sisters, which will be in our community in November. And on June 7th, it was a historic day here at Six Nations and at Six Nations Polytech, when they held a convocation for the first graduating class of those students who have earned a Bachelor of Arts in the Ongahongwe language. Congrats to all those kids. And on June 8th, myself, Councillor Ray Miracle, and Terry General attended the annual General Assembly of the Ontario First Nations Limited Partnership in Toronto.